doing some tests with suits to try to find out the difference between the air inflation test and the in-water test.
Immersion Suit Maintenance Guidelines, outlined by Revere Imperial, Coleman Stearns, and Mustang Survival, recommend inspection by an approved repair facility every 2 years. Suits 5 years and older should be inspected annually. Bailey Suit recommends suit replacement after 10 years of age. U.S. Coast Guard NAVIC 01-08 Shipboard Inspection and Testing of Immersion Suits outlines an inspection by the user on a monthly basis on inspected vessels and annually on uninspected vessels. A pressure test should not exceed 3 years and more frequently for suits that are 10 years and older. The purpose of this video is to document the results of an assessment of immersion suit testing procedures conducted by the U.S. Coast Guard Marine Safety Unit, Portland. The 2 tests that were evaluated are the air pressure test using a specially fitted headpiece, gauge, and air supply, and the in-water weight test where subjects are weighed after being immersed in water. We selected a total of 12 immersion suits from Imperial and Stearns ranging in age from 2 years to more than 20 years old. First, let's look at the air test procedure. The procedure for conducting an air test on an immersion suit is contained in the International Maritime Organization Guidelines for Periodic Testing of Immersion Suit Seams and Closures, Marine Safety Committee Circular 1114. This is also the test procedure recommended by immersion suit manufacturers. We used an immersion suit test kit that can be purchased from Wilhelmsen Ship Service for approximately $180. This kit contains most of the necessary components needed to conduct a pressure test. Just hook it up to your desired air source. We were also able to make an air test kit using a 14-inch tapered crab float to fit the head of an immersion suit, along with an air gauge, hoses, and fittings. This homemade kit cost about $30 to assemble. The MSC circular states that the unit should be inflated to a pressure of 0.1 to 0.2 psi and then a soap solution be applied to all seams. A leak is evident by the presence of bubbles. I do want to note that the air pressure of 0.1 to 0.2 psi was found to be insufficient for suits that are stiff, as it does not fully inflate the extremities such as hands and feet. These suits were inflated to a higher pressure. For the water test, we followed the specific test procedure outlined in Subchapter Q of 46 CFR. This is one of many tests and evaluations that are performed to grant U.S. Coast Guard approval to an immersion suit. First, the immersion suits were pre-wetted and weighed. Then each subject jumped into the water. After 1 minute, they were weighed. Any increase of weight over 500 grams is considered a fail. The subject then jumped back into the water and remained there for 1 hour, at which time they were weighed again. Any increase in weight over 200 grams from the previous weight is considered a fail. The air test identified 2 suits with considerable leaks and 1 suit with only minor leaks. But when we conducted the in-water test, 3 additional suits showed considerable leaks as they failed the in-water test. These suits were then re-air tested at a higher pressure of approximately 1 psi. This made the leaks more evident during this retest. While doing the air test, the question was posed, is it possible to blow up or blow out an immersion suit? We connected the buoy ball kit to a shop vac and the Wilhelmsen Ship Service kit to a supplied airline. Both methods could not produce a failure of the suit as the buoy ball or headpiece would slip out of the immersion suit opening.
Well, that concludes our test. So what did we learn? What we learned is important for an owner of an immersion suit to properly and regularly inspect, clean, and maintain their immersion suits. All of the suits that we tested here would have passed the dockside examiner's visual inspection. There wasn't anything we saw wrong with them. However, when we did the air inflation test and the in-water test, it showed that several of the suits had critical failures.
Performing regular maintenance of your immersion suit is not only required, but key to maintaining its serviceability, and this can be accomplished through an air inflation test. Owners can send their suits to an approved repair facility or conduct the air test themselves using an off-the-shelf kit or making a kit using a crab float, hoses, and fittings.